Hey, Facebook. I don't know what's going on with my volume here, but good afternoon. I'm normally in here in the morning, and this morning I just didn't get a chance. But I have something I want to talk to you guys about. Like always, that's why I hop on. So I'm going to wait for a couple of you guys to hop on before I get started, because this is a really, really important topic. And not only that, I think so many of you are going to get so much out of what I am about to share with you, okay? So I'm going to wait for a couple of you to hop on. If you're on the live stream, let me know that you're here. Say hi, send me some love, let me know where you're from. I like to know who's on with me, and I like to know where you're from and why you're watching. Hey, Laurie, I can see a couple of you on already. So this is what I want to share with you today, and this is pretty exclusive because I only really share this with my clients and people that I mentor one-on-one, and it's a really, really useful tool when it comes to your growth and measuring your growth. All right, because here's the thing. Obviously, when people come to me or they come to any other mentor, and I was watching your other recording. Oh, were you? Well, you can watch this one and then you can jump back on and watch the other one. Hey, Scott from Melbourne. I know you are from Melbourne. I can see a few more of you hopping on. Let me know that you're here. Anyway, I'm getting really distracted, so I'm not going to read the comments as much. What I want to talk about, obviously when people come to me or any other mentor for coaching and mentoring and help, they're obviously starting a journey, right? They are about to start some sort of healing journey, some sort of up-leveling, some sort of growth. And I always say, so many coaches probably don't share with their clients. And that's this one tool. And it's how to measure your growth, how to know if you are up-leveling, how do you know if you are moving forward? Because when we start mentoring, coaching with people and we get hit with obstacles or roadblocks, what happens is we can get really, really disheartened. And I swear some people think that, you know, just because they have a coach or just because they have a mentor, that all of a sudden their life is going to be perfect. They're never going to run into any issues or problems again. And there's going to be no more obstacles. And that's it. Their life is complete. That is not possible if you're a human. And I'm pretty sure every single one of you watching this live stream right now is a human. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be watching the live stream, right? So if we are all human, it is mentally, physically, spiritually impossible to not run into some sort of obstacle and speed bump along our journey of personal growth, of mindset, of health, of whatever it is you're working towards. It is impossible to not get hit with obstacles. But there is a way to tell if you're growing, because what happens is we start with a coach, we start implementing the tools, and we feel really, really good. And then we get hit with an obstacle, and what happens? We're like, shit, it's not working. My life is over. I thought I had it together. I thought I knew what I had to do, and it's not working because this obstacle has hit me. That's it. It's over. My life's over. I must not be growing. I must not be getting it. I must not be understanding the tools. I have failed. Wrong. This is where people go wrong. This is where people get so disheartened when it comes to their journey, along their journey, because they get hit with obstacles. And I can't tell you how many times I've had clients come to me after a few weeks or after a month of coaching, and they're like, Elisa, this happened, and I didn't do what I knew I had to do, and then shit hit the fan, and all of this stuff happened. And I'm like, that's okay. That's part of being human. That's going to happen, and that's not how or where you should be measuring whether or not you're growing. Because when we get disheartened along our journey because we've been hit with an obstacle, what do? We stop. We stop, and then we go, oh, well, it's not working. I'm just going to throw my towel in and give up. I must not be able to, change. I'm probably not going to be able to ever transform where I'm at now. I'm probably never going to be able to live the life I want to live, or because of this one obstacle. And that obstacle tells me that I'm not growing. Wrong. This is the key. For any of you on the live stream now, I really hope you are listening, and there's a few of you on, so listen, all right? If you want to know whether or not you are growing, it's not about measuring that based on how many obstacles you do or don't come up against. It's based on measuring your comeback rate. And this is a tool that I share with all of my clients. Hey, Narissa. Hey, Megan. It's just the beginning. Exactly, Laurie. You're just in the next level of challenges. Exactly. Whenever we're on a journey, guys, let me tell you, don't think that you're going to up level and not have more obstacles thrown your way. In fact, you're probably going to have more obstacles thrown your way if you're up leveling. That's the reality of it. Hey, Renee. But the reason people get so disheartened is because they get that first obstacle and they're like, that's it, it's over. Instead of looking at that, instead of measuring your growth based on whether or not you did or didn't get past an obstacle, have a look at your comeback rate. Now, what I mean by that is, all right, you've been faced with an obstacle. You didn't use the tools that you have. You didn't deal with it in a proactive way. You didn't deal with it in a way that you know is going to serve you, in a way that you know you're going to grow. So what do? Your comeback rate is, all right, that wasn't favorable. That wasn't really awesome of me. I probably don't get a gold star for that one. But next time this happens, or next time any obstacle comes up, I'm going to make sure that my response to this, or my response to the next obstacle, is better. I'm not going to react the same way I did because I now know better. And your comeback rate is what you should be looking at when it comes to your growth. How quickly can you pull yourself out from the hole, basically? How quickly can you pull yourself out from, okay, this wasn't the best decision. I didn't really do a good job here. But next time, my comeback rate is going to be a hell of a lot quicker because I do know better. Just because I'm a coach doesn't mean I don't mess up, doesn't mean I don't screw up. There are plenty of times where I don't make a decision that is going to serve me, even when I know better. But I don't beat myself up about it. I will just go, all right, Lisa, you stuffed up there. Good job. Not. But next time this happens, let's just make sure your comeback rate is quicker. So for example, you have an argument with your partner about something and you know that your response, your reaction probably wasn't the best. The next time that argument happens, whether it's the same argument or another argument, then you can say, all right, I've learned my lesson. Maybe I stuffed up again, but guess what? My comeback rate was a hell of a lot quicker. I didn't allow myself to stay upset for as long as I did last time. I caught myself quicker. If you're on a health journey and you find yourself, slipping up and eating bad food when you told yourself you wouldn't, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean you have failed and that you should go and eat bad food again and put on 10 kilos. Because I can tell you that's what so many people do. They start on a health journey, they lose 10 kilos, they slip up once, and it's the end of the world. And they give up on themselves. Instead of going, all right, I did this, I said I wasn't going to do this. Next time, I'm going to know better. Next time, my comeback rate is going to be a lot quicker. Meaning, I may slip up again, I'm probably most definitely going to slip up again. But I'm going to catch myself a lot sooner. And each time your comeback rate should get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's how you measure your growth. That's how you measure whether or not you are moving forward and implementing the things that you're learning with your mentor. Not measuring it based upon how many obstacles you get hit with. Because, newsflash, guys, that's part of being human. I don't care how much you have your shit together. I don't care how self-aware you are. I don't care how in the clouds you are. You are human. You are going to mess up, And you are going to have times where you don't make the right decision. That doesn't determine how much you've grown or how well you're growing on your journey. It just means that next time, make sure that comeback rate is smaller. Make sure that comeback rate, you catch yourself sooner. The next time you allow yourself to get into your head and you start telling yourself these stories and you're getting upset about something, whether it's in regards to a friend, a job, your partner, doesn't matter what it is. The next time you find yourself stuck in here, attached to your story, how quickly can you catch yourself and pull yourself out of that story? Because last time, maybe you let it run with you for half an hour. Maybe you let it run with you for a whole day. Maybe you let it run with you for a whole week. That doesn't mean that you have lost your shit and that the party's over, that you should just throw in the towel. That just means, okay, last time I ran with my story for a week. Today, though, that ain't happening. Today, I'm going to run with it for 20 minutes. That is a comeback rate. That is a win. So if you are on some sort of journey, hey Tara, so glad that you're able to catch me live. That is the trick, all right? So the next time you find yourself slipping up while you're on this journey of yours, I don't care what it is you're wanting to achieve. Stop throwing in the towel so quickly and stop measuring your growth based on what obstacles you do or don't overcome. Because I'm telling you, you're hearing it from me. I am a coach. I do have the tools. So if I still slip up, so are you. Because we're human. So understand that. And maybe if you can learn to look at your comeback rate instead of looking at how many times you've stuffed up and taking that as I failed, maybe you're going to start to feel a lot more empowered. Maybe you're actually going to start to see and look at how far you're going and how far you've come, as opposed to you've stuffed up right here, right now, and then going, that's it, I have failed, it's over. Comeback rate, guys. That's what I want you to start looking at. That is probably one of the best tools I could ever give my clients, and I'm sharing it with you guys, all right? So the next time you're feeling disheartened, the next time you say to yourself, I failed, I feel like crap, this isn't working, snap yourself out of it. Look at your comeback rate and make sure every single time it's smaller and smaller and smaller, because it will be. It's like a muscle. The quicker you can catch yourself, the quicker you're going to pull yourself out of the crap. That's what you need to look at. That's called your comeback rate. I failed. All right, but how quickly did I come back from this? So I hope that has helped you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you know anyone that needs to hear this, tag them in this, share the live stream. Just leave me a comment if you've got anything else you want to add to this, if you want me to answer anything. And hey Ryan, how you going? Laurie, great reframe. Exactly, it's a lot more empowering, right? A lot more empowering. So I'm going to leave you guys there because I've got some work to do, but I will speak to you guys all soon. Bye.